Hello, this is Dr. Alexander Haskell, and I will be explaining to you the reasons or causes of Hashimoto's thyroiditis. And these are primarily from the latest medical research in the last 2 to 3 years. So we'll explain or start at the very beginning, which is with the hormone called TSH, or thyroid stimulating hormone. TSH, its action on the thyroid or thyroid cells is to stimulate them to produce more hydrogen peroxide. The role of hydrogen peroxide is to help convert iodide into iodine. Iodide is the form of this trace mineral that you find in iodized salt. When iodide is turned into iodine, then the thyroid has what it needs to make its hormones, its primary hormones, which are T4, the 4 standing for atoms of iodine, and T3. So this is what is normally to happen, is that as the thyroid makes its hormones, those hormones increase in the blood, then TSH levels should come down to sort of counterbalance, or it's like a seesaw effect. As thyroid hormones go up in the blood, TSH comes down. If thyroid hormones don't go up, TSH is going to stay elevated and continue to stimulate the thyroid cells to make hydrogen peroxide. So what are the primary reasons for the thyroid cells to not be able to make thyroid hormones, thus keeping levels low in the blood and TSH elevated? Well, the obvious one is that there's not enough iodide to turn into iodine to make the hormones. Other deficiencies that can reduce the thyroid's ability to make hormones would be zinc and selenium and iron. Selenium and zinc are not that common to be deficiencies, but a lot of people suffer from insufficiencies. In other words, they have enough, but not really adequate amounts to help with optimizing health. Iron can be a deficiency primarily in women, of course, because of their menstrual cycle. The way to test for inadequate amounts of iron in the body would be through a lab test called ferritin. Those 4 nutrients, iodine, selenium, iron, and zinc, are very important for anyone who is suffering from low thyroid hormone production. But we're talking here about Hashimoto's. So Hashimoto's, the theory is primarily that the thyroid is not able to make enough thyroid hormones, levels stay low in the blood, and TSH remains high. This can remain high for years and decades when there's a nutrient deficiency. So the first objective in treating Hashimoto's is to get the TSH to come down. And that's what we'll discuss in the next presentation. I hope this has clarified for you the primary theory of the origin and what tends to cause Hashimoto's to not be able to resolve itself on its own. It requires intervention to get TSH to come down, as well as certain specific nutrients or supplements to reduce the inflammation, which I'll cover in future presentations. Thank you for joining me, and see you on the next PowerPoint. Thanks.